Why is it shaking? Stop shaking. Stop it. Stop it. Stop shaking! Ah! There we go. If I force choke, they'll stop shaking. Probably won't like this rant that much. I'm not trying to be mean. Be sure you watch the full thing and don't get hung up on like something I say 30 seconds in. I do try to explain everything. Anyway, so I posted a picture on my Tumblr and it tweeted to Twitter and it posted on Facebook as well, and it was a Willy Wonka photo basically saying that you tell women to get back in the kitchen on the internet and then you complain about being friend-zoned by girls in real life. The sort of point I took from it is that, you know, it's kind of funny how there are quite a few guys that get on the internet and they're demeaning and they're sexist and they're rude to women for no reason, women that they don't know and women that they obviously don't like. And then they, you know, get on things like Imgur and Tumblr or whatever, and then they complain about being friend-zoned by girls in real life. And just how it's like, obviously you show your true colors when you're on the internet, because I know plenty of nice guys that get on the internet and they don't disrespect women, even if they don't like that girl, for whatever reason. They don't disrespect them and go, her, get back in the kitchen, tits are TTFO, or you stupid bad word. It's like, they just don't do that. They just avoid those people if they don't like them, and they're respectful overall. It just says a lot about someone to me if they're willing to belittle someone for their gender on the internet. If I were dating a guy and I saw him doing that, I would strongly question, or I would greatly question his character, because it would certainly be a bad thing where it's like, you're really sexist online, why? And probably wouldn't date that person. So a lot of people, or a lot of guys on Facebook actually got a little upset, and I'm not going to point out specifics because it doesn't matter. It's just that the whole friend zone is kind of a sensitive topic, and so when it's mentioned, some guys get a little butthurt about it, like, oh, girls only want to date assholes. And wah, I dated a girl, or I liked a girl and she friend-zoned me for no reason and started dating a guy that I don't like because he's a jerk. Okay, I will admit, there are girls, keyword girls, that will only date assholes, and they're very shallow, and they don't want a relationship with a nice guy because they find nice guys boring. And a lot of times that might be the case, or maybe they just have some psychological issues where they think they have to date an asshole. It's like, why would you want to date like a girl like that in the first place? Date a woman. A woman typically wants to date a guy that she gets along with, she has a lot in common with, you know, even if you fight every now and then over stupid stuff, she still likes you and gets along with you because you're a nice guy. I literally hate the term nice guy, by the way. Nice guy is a horrible term because I've heard bad guys and assholes say, I'm a nice guy. And it's like, if a guy says to me that he's a nice guy, that is 2 words that will make me run faster than most anything else. Because it's like, no, you're probably not. Now on the flip side, the whole friend zone, she friend zoned me. It's like, well, maybe she doesn't like you. Maybe she just doesn't like you in that way. There's something about you that keeps her from wanting to date you, but she still wants to be your friend because you have some things in common. You get along and you're typically there to support her emotional needs, and she would be there to support yours. And that makes you friends. That doesn't mean she friend zoned you, that makes you friends. If you can't handle being a girl's friend, and you think that just because you're friends you should be allowed to date her, then maybe you just shouldn't be friends with her at all. Maybe you should move on and find a girl that's interested. Now I have known of situations where guys are like, oh yeah, Maria wants to hang out with me tonight, but I'm gonna go hang out with Stephanie, even though I'm really disappointed that she friend-zoned me and she's dating that stupid guy that I hate. Obviously Maria's interested in you. I don't know why you wouldn't go on a date with her. Instead, you're hung up on Stephanie, who is dating a guy and doesn't want to be with you. It just, that sort of situation makes me mad. Like, I really think the book, He's Just Not That Into You, it goes both ways. She's just not that into you, and she wants to be your friend, and she might even complain about not having a nice guy. But what she means is, I'd like to find a guy who treats me with respect, that I have a lot in common with, that I always want to be around, that, you know, we can share similar thoughts, we have similar experiences, we have the same goals in life, and our paths are just so linked together, it's perfect. Now that just sounds like a fantasy, I know. But believe me, there is someone out there that, you know, has a lot in common with you. And it doesn't have to be just, oh, he looks attractive. It could actually be, well, he has a lot in common with me. We have the same goals in life, we have similar interests, and we have the same vices, and we just get along so well. Sure, we fight every now and then, but we get along so well. And it's like, that's what she might be trying to say by, I need a nice guy. I need a guy who is right for me. And it's not you. Don't get hung up on a girl like that. If you don't want to be her friend, then don't be her friend. But don't complain that she friend-zoned you because she doesn't want to date you. That's pretty much what I'm saying. And it really frustrates me that people just... I feel like a lot of guys don't know the difference, and this had to be said. Why girls? I don't know. The whole girls date assholes, like I said. That's the difference between a girl and a woman. Don't date a girl, date a woman, if that's what you're ready for. And don't follow a girl around and complain that she's friend-zoning you and that maybe you'll have a chance if you... The guys who have a chance of getting out of the friend zone, in my opinion, are guys who don't complain about being friend-zoned. They're there as friends. They don't pressure in regards to relationships. They don't ask, they don't, try. They let the girl realize, you should date me. We have a lot in common. And sometimes the girl will realize that. I know people who have married their best friend. And I have known people who have best friends that are girls or guys, the opposite sex, and they're always best friends because they just don't have a lot in common in regards to their personal life. I have friends that don't like video games, guy friends. I probably would never be interested in them because they wouldn't fully understand me. That's important for me, is someone who understands me. And that's just how I feel about that. Yeah. Here, to make light of the situation, here's a giggles. She is a jerk. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. You're a jerk.